welcome into She Could Fly. Hope everybody is doing well. Tina Lunas, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I was granted a key to this game by the developer. I'm with the impression that it's a beta testing copy. I'm not 100% sure though, because the game has released. The game currently is on Steam, listed for $5.99. So it falls into that low-cost gaming experience that I very much enjoy. Oh no. I took it out and moved it to the other one again. I don't know what to do. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so this one is a documentary escape game. It was a comic. The people that made this had made it's a point and click game with looping levels, which features comics, documentaries, and gaming to explore OCD and anxiety. You become trapped in a flat and are forced to figure out how to escape. I am going to start the game. Yeah, it is. I have to do it. Yeah, I have to get a new one. I'm trying to decide if I just want to get headset and a separate microphone or if I need to do both. It'll happen. I'm going to play this welcome by the developer.
Thank you so much for joining us here to play this digital documentary escape game. I'm Christopher Cantwell, the writer of the comic She Could Fly, which inspired this game.
I'm Martin Morazo, and I'm a comic book artist. I received an email from Karen Berger asking if I was available to do a book with her, and it was like a really nice story, and the mental health issue was pretty important to me.
The idea became She Could Fly, which was the story of a woman who flew through the air, but told through the lens of a 15-year-old girl who was suffering from my exact form of OCD.
Hi, everyone. I am Karen Berger. I am the editor of She Could Fly. Luna is, I think, an archetype for what it's like being a teenager. That feelings of doubt and insecurity, low self-esteem, worrying about what other people think about ourselves and worrying if we're going to make the right decision, and really just trying to figure out who the hell we are. The fact that Chris has suffered from OCD since he was a young child makes the story so much more authentic.
This is a very personal story for me. So good luck, go forth, see if you can escape this game, and you might see me again knocking about in there as well.
Cool. So I guess the game breaks down into like different areas. We'll have different OCD information and stuff like that. I'm very interested in it. I love seeing things from other people's point of view. And yeah, I figured try it out.
Thank you so much for joining us here to play this digital documentary escape.
Okay, we just saw that. We're not going to watch it again. Here we go. All right. We're going to enter. Okay.
Hey guys, how you doing? Tiger Orchid here. Good to see so many of you online, especially as I'm running a bit late today. Sorry. Hey chat, what's going on? I've got my caffeine fix, got my snacks. So, we've got this new game, She Could Fly digital documentary escape game. All right, so we're gonna have to help each other out here.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Right. Just getting used to this point and click and turning around, right?
Like water. It's an abandoned house with no floors. The universe is breathing. Okay.
Okay, let's take a look. I love walking games, escape games, but I'm hoping there's no jump scares. Although I love horror games, I'm not that into jump scares.
Okay, me neither. Oof. Wonder what this is. I don't want to click out of the game, and I have a feeling that that's going to be a link to other things, and I don't want to do that. University of Finest Arts, Hannah Rampersand. Upper second class honors, fine art,
Okay,
2010.
some sort of certificate. Hannah Rampersad, BA in Fine Art. Very posh sister. Good for you.
Okay. Let's go this way. Hey, Lunas.
Right, so let's go through here and take a look. All right, so it's not a creepy Victorian or horror house, or... Okay, it looks nice in here, right? Not creepy at all.
Okay. Let's go
I
here.
think we should try the door by the pink elephant.
Okay, we'll try that. So there's a pink
Okay,
elephant.
a pink elephant. Cute.
Bad place. Okay, we can't look at it. This is interesting.
Okay,
Weird.
it all looks normal in here. It's a bit messy, actually. Well, look here. It's a piece of the She Could Fly comic book. But why would someone rip up a comic book?
Place on table when you have a completed page. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely different. How are you? I hope you're doing well.
Tidy your bedroom, Hannah! I mean, to be honest, I'm actually a messy person. But let's not talk about that. Okay, a magpie. It's knitted. I wonder if she made it. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, isn't it?
Okay. Can we look here? No.
Ah! No, I'm only joking. I'm joking. Just pretend there's a jump scare. Sorry. I hope I didn't freak you out. The chat is going
Okay.
crazy.
You're okay, Looney. You're okay. I just got myself into doing other stuff and... Alright. I'm thinking maybe this area.
Okay, here we are. It's a letter. What does it say? Poor Hannah. Yeah, I feel sorry for her. I have a heart.
Okay, we regret to inform you that you are not successful in gaining a place in the MA in Fine Art. Many excellent candidates apply, but we only have limited space. Our feedback is to try to develop your own style further and try again next year. Oh, that kind of sucks. Alright, our piece that we had went there. I don't know. I don't know what those are about.
And another piece of what looks like a comic.
Okay, so we'll put that on the thing. There we go. So wait, maybe one more piece. Things that we wanted, dreams that were not realized, we will not forget. Please don't hug me.
Hey, what's going on? Don't sit down. No.
Why are we... What? Okay. We went to another place.
Okay, you're back. Cool. Woo!
Wait,
A bit of a heart attack
what?
there. Look, I can't seem to hear what's going on when we sit in that chair, so might be my headphones or something, but maybe let's not do that.
Okay, so... Let's try in here. Oh, we can't go in here. Wonder why. There's something under the chair.
Ooh, that beanbag looks comfy, doesn't it? But we don't have time to sit down. We've got things to do.
What do we have to do? Are we leaving again? No, we're not. Okay. I think it has something to do with this chair. I don't know. Oh, hi there. You're sitting in the reassuring beanbag. Okay. This is a space to relax and figure out your next move. All right. Be sure and find the comic pieces and put them on the plinth. Okay, we have one more piece to find, so I guess we'll go work on that. Watch all the documentaries to find your path to freedom. Come back to me whenever you are lost or stressed. Okay. All right, so we need to find another piece of the comic book that's here. There it is. It's on this table. I missed it. Sit on me and I will change your life. The reassuring beanbag. All right, let's put it on here.
Nice! You found all the pieces. Maybe you can read a bit of the comic. I am just... The artwork is beautiful.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
What is obsessive compulsive disorder?
OCD is really interesting because it can present in so many different ways. I think the unifying theme
Hey,
is it's
Ricky.
really about a fear of causing or failing to prevent harm to yourself or to other people. And the ways in which that can show itself are really varied. So worrying about checking things or contamination or causing harm. But the key thing is it causes people a lot of distress and takes up a significant amount of their time. It's pretty common, so about 1 to 2% of the population is estimated to have OCD.
The O part of OCD, the obsessions, are intrusive thoughts, images, urges, feelings, something that causes you extreme distress and anxiety. So they might be around the fear of harming people, the fear of being contaminated or becoming ill, the fear of acting sexually violent on somebody. They can literally be about anything, but usually they are against your morals or your identity or something that doesn't sit right with you, something that you fear doing. And the C part of OCD, compulsions, are the things that you do in response to the intrusive thoughts to try and alleviate that anxiety. So that can be anything from physical rituals such as tapping things, counting out loud, or mental rituals like avoiding certain situations, asking for reassurance, or ruminating.
Okay.
There's pretty much always like a really meaningful link between the obsessional thoughts that people have, the thoughts of harm occurring or the intrusions, and the compulsions that people do. If, for example, you're having obsessions that you might stab a family member across the dining table, then the compulsion might be to sit further away from that person or to not be anywhere near a sharp knife. If your obsession was that you might
Yeah, I
blaspheme,
thought so too, Ricky.
you might do rituals of trying to push those thoughts out of your head or to pray for forgiveness.
My first experience with OCD was when my mum would go to work as a teenager. If she wasn't home by 8 p.m. every day and it was like 10 minutes late, she was 10 minutes late, I would flick switches, I'd be super anxious. And I remember one of the biggest compulsions I had as a teenager was I was doing some exercise at home and I was doing some lunges and I was counting reps in my head, and anytime I got an intrusive thought, I would start the rep all over again. And the next day, my knees were bruised purple because I was compulsively exercising. And that's when I knew something didn't feel quite right.
When I was 12, 13, my mum got a brain tumor, and my OCD kind of manifested in, again, trying to control everything, but I never knew anything about OCD during this time. Absolutely nothing. It waxed and waned probably until I was like 24. This is when I was diagnosed. I had really bad health anxiety. I was convinced I was going to die, and no one could tell me otherwise. I ended up having to go to a psychiatric hospital and stay for 3 weeks. And that's when they diagnosed me with OCD. I was doing so many compulsions to check for illness.
Okay, so it turns green when we've watched it. Let's do this one.
Obsessions can take a host of different forms, which is why sometimes it's hard for people to realize they have OCD. It could be someone worried about causing an accident, like forgetting to turn off the stove. It might be someone with urges to arrange objects in a room until they feel just right. It could be feeling the urge to compulsively urinate. And I'd say that the ones that the public seems to know more about involve obsessions with themes about contamination and germs, symmetry, order, or causing inadvertent harm.
I often kind of think of intrusive thoughts as a kind of spam email. So all of us kind of get intrusive thoughts. It's not just common to OCD. So while we're walking around, we're constantly being bombarded by these spam emails.
Yeah.
And most of the time we've
I
got
agree with
spam
that.
filters active. So we kind of, on some level, recognize that the thought we've had is not really relevant to what we're talking about right now. Occasionally, some spammy thoughts will kind of work their way through to our inbox, and they can be mislabeled as high priority. You've got to like deal with this right now. And that trips up a lot of people when they
What an
start worrying
interesting way to
compulsively about
explain
something, that they take a sort of benign, spammy, intrusive thought and start to prioritize it and treat it like it's something that really is important and does need to be dealt with there and then.
My first memories are when I was 8 years old. My dad had just died, and I remember I started to get these really anxious feelings.
Ricky.
And by touching things, touching door frames a set number of times, saying phrases a set number of times before I went to sleep at night, kind of took away that fear.
And that's why it's very important that people get the help at the right time, because OCD is like a bully. It is waiting for you when you wake up. It's constantly there, nagging you, telling you to do things. And the bully tends to grow and make more and more demands as the OCD tends to grow and gets more complicated.
Interesting. Very interesting. Just my opinion, but very interesting. I don't know if we have to keep doing this. I kind of think we do, because I don't know what else there is to do. Can we do that yet? No. Okay, so maybe it'll turn green when we're done, because it looks like there's 2 more that we need to do here. Oh, down here. Ah, I see. Okay.
OCD works as a kind of cycles. When the thought comes along, for me, I'll feel really endangered. And because of that feeling of danger, I feel like I need to do something to get rid of it. So I do a compulsion, and for me, that's an internal compulsion. That, for a short term, alleviates the anxiety. It makes us feel a little bit better. But over time, it tells our brain, actually, you do need to do a little compulsion to get yourself to feel better. So we enter this cycle of experiencing intrusive thoughts, feeling endangered, needing to do a compulsion to get rid of it. So the cycle continues.
I was actually studying abroad in Melbourne, and it was probably one of the happiest times of my life. And then I just got plagued with these really terrifying intrusive thoughts. I won't go exactly into the different thoughts, but yeah, they were just really, really scary and made me fear my own mind.
I think OCD is like an overactive alarm in your head. It's like going around with radio fear on all the time.
So I'm
It really
curious as to
constrains
whether
your
it's just
world, it
like your
shrinks
fight or
it, and it makes you
flight
hyper-focused on things that don't
system. I
matter
wonder
to
if it
anyone
comes
else.
from
When I
that,
first realized that what I had was OCD, it
because as
was
humans,
quite
we all
scary
have
because I had a certain idea that OCD was just about cleaning because of the way I grew up. I had only ever been exposed to the idea of OCD from obsessive compulsive cleaners. And my mum and I used to watch it, and she used to always say to me, if I don't clean my room, this is what's going to happen.
What it feels like for me is that I'm in a boxing ring and
this is the guy that's
there's someone
behind
else in the
all of
boxing
this.
ring, and it's also me, and I'm relentlessly beating myself up, and I can't keep my gloves up. I think I use that phrase a lot when things are just feeling overwhelming in my life, which is I just feel like I can't keep my gloves up, I can't keep my guard up, and so you just end up on the ropes, and I continue to feel like I'm being pummeled, right? And that my mind is being relentless with me.
We do have one more that we need to find. It's going to be, yep, there we go. Okay, here we go.
Compulsions can also involve other people. An example of that might be is reassurance seeking or excessive reassurance seeking, where people might ask their loved ones repeatedly whether their hands are clean, whether they did something inappropriate, etc. So that can become very compulsive and very time-consuming and interfering as well.
When I was 19, I looked it up, unwanted intrusive thoughts or unwanted scary thoughts. And I found out that there was a thing called OCD and there was a nickname called Puro for people like me who were experiencing these intrusive thoughts but who were only using kind of mental, invisible compulsions like thinking over and over a past event, ruminating, worrying, and seeking reassurance
This
from
part
others.
does,
There were people
yeah.
who were doing these things but not washing their hands, not counting, not tapping, not switching lights on and off.
People are often not quite sure why they're doing them, but they know that they do reduce their anxiety. And that's the first thing that they want to act on.
Okay, well, that was pretty moving stuff. And they were real people, right? So watching these films, that's going to help us.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear that lock sound? Or someone's trying to tell us something.
It
All right,
opened
let's
the door.
get out of here.
It opened the door. Very neat. Okay, cool. Moving on. Yeah, I think it's very interesting that it's the fight or flight system. It sounds like it is. And the fight or flight system is affected by the disease that I have, my CRPS. Well, at least they believe it is, and I 100% agree with it because it does kick off my fight or flight. Like I just feel like I need to go. It's very interesting. Because some of the stuff that
Sweet
that was
freedom.
said kind of feels the same to me. Like some things just aren't worth trying to do because it'll set me off. So I get to the point where I have like anxiety about doing certain things. It's just interesting. It's just interesting that there is some sort of connection
I'm
there.
getting quite hungry.
Okay.
Maybe we can stop for some pizza or something.
All right, let's see. Surgeon Special. Trial and error. Yeah, no thanks. What do we got? The House That Groaned by Carrie Franzman. Cool. Hey, Phantom, welcome in.
Oh. Well, we're
back.
Ah, that old chestnut. We're stuck.
Okay.
Oh, they want us to find the comic pieces again. Oh, of course they do. Okay, all right. Let's try again. Okay,
we're in
back
a
where we
pattern.
started again. And back in the lounge.
Oh,
Okay, so we know what we
things
got to
are
do, right?
different.
Collect pieces of comic and put them on that plinth thingy. What does it say in this notebook?
I'm a failure, I'm
guess
never enough,
it's
and I let
Hannah's?
everyone down.
I'm a failure, I'm never enough, and I let everyone down. What? Hannah's being a bit hard on herself. Or maybe not. Maybe it's true and she's just bleakly self-aware.
Okay, we read that letter before. I'm not going to read it again.
Okay, so it looks like these pieces are from a new set of pages.
Okay, it's an interesting way to go about it. I just want to make sure there's nothing there to pick up. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make you nauseous or looking at weird angles. That's the game. What is this? There's these birds.
Oh, she loves her knitted birds. Look, a funny looking chicken.
There's something wrong. Pathetic bird that cannot fly. Light the way for me. Huh. Alright. Got nothing here. There we go. We're gonna go to our safe place again, I'm guessing.
Oh, come on. No, no, come back, please.
Is it gonna tell us stuff? Yes. So you made it to level 2. That's reassuring. But wait, I'm here to reassure you. Kind of want to look around and make sure that stuff's not changing here. Collect the comic pieces again. Okay. Then watch the documentaries. They will get you what you need. Okay. Have you found the kitchen yet? No. Can you see a bread knife? It's hidden in the art. Okay. It's okay. You know what you need to do. You've done it before, after all.
Look,
All right.
I love a beanbag, but now's not the time for
So there's a
sitting
kitchen
down.
knife.
Come on, let's get on with the
headed in-
game, and we'll have some
hidden in
time
the
for
art.
something else after. I don't know. What do you think?
Is that it?
Maybe Minecraft?
Right
Forza
here?
5? Nah,
No.
actually, I prefer 4. Maybe Forza 4.
Don't see it there. I wonder if people really, like, so I'm guessing that they do, like, see strange things in things. Not there. I'll check all the pictures in here. And then maybe we'll go look out in the hallway. Kitchen knife, huh? I don't see it. Let's go look at these in here. It's an interesting game. It makes you think. Does at least me. Nothing there. Okay. So there's nothing inside here. So maybe it's... Oh, we did find the kitchen.
Ah, the kitchen. Right. The kitchen is one of my favorite
There's the knife.
places. Do you like that picture? I like it, but it... What is it? It's called The Knife in the Stone by Namer... Hold on. That doesn't look like a sword. What does that look like to you? Oh my god. It's a bread knife in a stone. That is so funny.
Hey, Q. Okay, so we found it. To see what it says, though. Like, it says, like, my mind is on overdrive. Knife, bread, tap 4 times. OCD is not me. 4 plus 2 times 2 plus... mind, me... What does this say? maybe confused.
We're getting good at this. Well done, Team Tiger. Okay, I'm never doing that again. Let's watch these
Oh,
films.
sorry. All right, not yet. I didn't do this room yet. What a picture. Biscuits assorted. Jenny Robbins. Interesting. All right. We're going to check the table, but I'm going to check the rest of the room first. Final reminder, your unpaid electricity bill is a lot. Your account's overdue. 10 days from billing date, 5% will be added to your next bill. Sit on me and I will change your life. The beanie bag chair. All right, let's
How does Darth Vader like his toast? On the dark side.
toast. Okay, we're not making toast yet,
Sorry.
though.
Okay, one more. What did the toast say to the psychic? Okay, the hunger is kind of real now because I kind of feel like sweet chili crisps. There's some bread over there.
That's a cool picture.
I wonder if we can make some toast. Okay.
What? Truths or myths? Broken. Bad person. OCD equals neat freak. I am not my thoughts. Oh, was it last week? I didn't notice that at all.
Okay, this card.
Didn't mean to
Who
upset you
is it
about the
from?
phone bill comment. I love talking to you, but when I reassure you, it never seems to help and we go in circles. Last call was 3 hours. I know you miss your dad. I'll come and visit soon as I can get the weekend off work. Love, Mom. Okay, so she had something happen. All right, I don't know.
Okay, the door has got a load of writing all over it. Okay, what are you supposed to do, though? Okay, what does it say?
All right, I think we go put the cartoon. Oops. Let's do the cartoon again. See what that gives us. Okay, so we're going to have some more documentary stuff to take a look at. We'll have 6 things. If we all get intrusive thoughts, when
I
does it
think what's
become a
really
disorder?
interesting is that from studies, we know that if you write down or get a list of all of the different intrusive thoughts that people experience, and if you ask experts to distinguish between the intrusive thoughts that someone with OCD has and the intrusive thoughts that someone that doesn't have the disorder has, we know that experts can't distinguish between them. So if we're all experiencing these intrusive thoughts, and the content's not different, the thing that is different is the meaning that we give to those intrusive thoughts.
I would say feeling stuck in the loop with OCD genuinely feels like hell to me. Like if I had to envision hell or purgatory, it would be a compulsion, and I just feel like every fiber of my body is burning, my hands are sweating, I feel anger, and I just feel nothing but distress. And as a result of struggling with OCD, I have struggled with some severely low moods, and it has taken me to really dark places where I would rather just not exist than be stuck in this tornado. It's like there's a hotel that I want to enter, but I'm just caught in the revolving door, and it's really frustrating because I just want to check in and I just want to get on with my day and I can't. And then all these other people are behind me, but these other people are like all the other thoughts that are now coming in, and I can't let these thoughts flow through because I'm fixated on this revolving door, and it's just a blockage between my normal thoughts and me wanting to progress with my day, and I feel like I can't, and it just feels too painful.
There are going to be, and I have to add them in after the stream, but there will be some links to, if anybody has problems, anything like that. There's going to be some links to some things that will help from the people that are behind all this.
Fear and fear responses are absolutely vital for our survival, but anxiety is as well. Anxiety is, at its core, an evolutionary adaptation to us understanding threats that may be occurring and helping us to evaluate how to take action.
So my kind of fight-flight system will switch on. I feel really hyper-vigilant, like I need to look out for danger, like everything's going against me. Physically, that feels like my heart racing, sweating, feeling quite claustrophobic, feeling quite stuck, and needing to kind of get rid of this feeling that's horrible.
So we don't know exactly what it is, what causes OCD. It's probably a mixture of things. So, genes explain probably some bit of it. The environment explains probably a lot of it. And then, people's experiences can also play a role. Sometimes it's very clear. So I've seen people, for example, where their OCD involves lots of checking behaviors. So they find it very difficult to leave their house. And when they were children, their house got burned down because someone forgot to turn the cooker off. Sometimes it's that obvious, and you can make that link, and it makes perfect sense why people get quite preoccupied with these kinds of things. But sometimes it's just completely random.
Probably isn't random. It probably, each person's stuff is their own experience, I guess. Thanks for watching this, guys.
It makes me very, very angry when kind of famous people are saying that they're a bit OCD. It's so offensive. It's unbelievable that people can do this. You would never say this about any other things, like, oh, I've got a tiny bit of cancer. That's great because it makes me thin. But with OCD, people think it helps them to keep their house clean. It's stupid, ridiculous, and makes me very angry. Anyway.
People don't even know they have it because there is such a lack of knowledge around it, and people are ashamed of thoughts they'll have or little compulsions or obsessions they have that they're frightened to tell anyone they know or even a doctor. So the myths that minimize OCD are particularly harmful.
I think that shame and that embarrassment comes from the fact that we just we don't talk about OCD enough. We don't talk about the dark side of it. We don't talk about the taboo intrusive thoughts, the embarrassing compulsions. And we need to talk about those more to normalize them, so that when you say to somebody, I have OCD, they don't respond with, oh yeah, me too. I really like my house clean and tidy. They respond with, oh my goodness, that's awful. I'm really sorry to hear that. And they really take it seriously.
Okay, that's all of the ones on that page. Excuse me. My lord.
Harm thoughts can be, sometimes people fear causing accidental harm. So that's where you're worried that, you might leave something like the stove on, something dangerous on at home. So there's that kind of fear of accidental harm. There is the fear of people causing purposeful harm. So this can take the form that you see with Luna, where you might worry or have thoughts. You might just have these images of harming people that you love the most in the most gruesome ways.
Or that you're going to be to blame for like a mass incident of harm, or that you have harmed, so that you see a newspaper article that says there's been a school murder and that you worry that you were somehow involved or somehow to blame or somehow caused it.
OCD seems to turn what the sufferer finds most objectionable into obsessions, then vilifies the sufferer for having them. So people with OCD are naturally people of good conscience. Because the disorder leads them to doubt their goodness, they perform rituals to compensate for any badness and to prove their obsessions are not intended.
I think that the important thing to really understand is that OCD is the opposite of who you are. So it's the opposite of the values that you hold. It would be the loving parents that develop OCD around harming their children.
Because it's like a pushing thought of something that you don't want to have happen. So you try to initiate procedures to make sure that it does not happen. Very interesting.
As a society, we tend to really get confused about this a lot. There's a huge difference between thinking something and doing it. And this is what scares a lot of people with OCD. Just because I've had a thought, does that mean I either want to do it or might be capable of doing it or have actually done it and I can't remember?
So no one with OCD has ever been found to actually act upon their compulsions and obsessions and do something really bad. It's just that they're so fearful of that thing that they feel like they need to do everything in their power to make sure it doesn't happen.
Oh, wow.
The reason why I want to work with people with OCD is that they tend to be the kindest and best people in the world. Because they are so afraid of any harm. They're always nice and gentle people and wonderful to work with. So that's the common theme you see.
Stigma is grounded in the stereotypes of society, and stigma involves sort of separating others from us, and it can lead to distancing. So when people think that they don't want to be friends or neighbors or work with people of a certain group, and that can lead to large-scale inequality.
You know, there's nothing positive about being OCD. OCD is debilitating and it steals people's lives away from them. And so when there's OCD jokes are made, it really kind of trivializes the severity of the condition and it perpetuates the stigma, and it makes it much more difficult for people to open up and to talk about OCD and to seek help for their problems. Helping decrease stigma is massively important.
Thank you.
More powerful stuff. Wow. Okay,
Very
we've
much
watched some
so.
videos, we've learnt some things. Great. Wait, what was that noise? Did you hear that clang?
Kitchen? Yeah, something's going on with that door. It looks different. No? I'm wrong. It's not that. Oh, the knife.
It's the bread knives. Oh, so every time you watch the film, something unlocks. Let's face it, a bread knife is far more useful than a sword in this day and age, I think. Okay,
bread
I know that
knife.
kind of sounds like I've confessed to
And we've
something.
got
Please don't get me arrested. Look, I
bread.
just want some toast. I'm hungry. Come on, come on, come on, come on,
Okay.
come on, come on. Toast, 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 toast. Ah, toast, 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 toast.
Okay, I guess we're making toast.
We burnt the toast. Oh, what a genius.
Okay, can we take it out?
We need to do something about that alarm.
Wave the towel.
Okay, can we just switch off that alarm?
Yeah, I'd like to. I don't know how to. I can't take the toast out.
Try switches. Just try the switches. Just try all the switches.
Okay.
Again. Do it. Can you do it again? Ah, thank goodness.
Oh. Oh, so that's where the switchy thing is going to come
Wait,
in.
is that a washing up sponge? No, I'm pretty sure I put bread in that toaster. Wait, is that how we make sponges? Great, we have a sponge. I'm not that much into cleaning. Anyone else feel compelled? Be my guest. Oh, all right.
what are
That
we
door with the
cleaning?
writing on it. Have we got to do something with that?
Oh. Oh.
Well, hey,
Clean
nice
off the
one. Maybe
intrusive
we'll actually get to
thoughts.
leave this time.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Hey, Annie. So interesting.
How did the hacker escape the police? He ran somewhere. Yeah, he ran somewhere. That's right.
Ran somewhere.
You like that one, didn't you?
Wow.
Come on, no, you did.
That's bad humor. What am I? All right. Well, I guess we're
Okay, yeah,
heading here.
we're free. Want to go to the cap? Oh no, back in this corridor again.
Okay.
Loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop.
Loop-de-loop.
Okay, we need to find the comic pieces. Let's
Yeah,
get to
but
it. What's going on in the kitchen? You take a look.
our
What
alarm's
is that?
going
Is it
off
is it
again.
dangerous? I don't know. I mean,
Oh, I
it's
see.
not coming at us with fangs or a sword, so I guess it's okay. Not scary, just unsettling. And it's floating. Okay, floating things. The drawer of lost things. Ah, I feel like I
Okay.
want to crawl into a drawer like that sometimes. It's actually made for me.
You joined
I
at
do
the
feel
wrong
lost
moment.
sometimes. Tiger Orchid coming to you with her emotions. No, seriously, I'm actually sharing. Okay, Team Tiger. All right, I'm okay. No more emotions.
No papers there. Okay. Let's search for page pieces. Interesting.
She's knitted a bird cage.
A knitted bird cage. Round and round we go. From my cage, I can still draw so others stay safe. I still love that game. Simon Says.
Hannah's notebook again.
Do I love
Do
Ash?
I love Ash? Do I love Ash?
Reasons
Do
I
I
like-
love Ash?
love Ash.
Reasons I love Ash.
Oh.
They like comics too, loves dancing, horror film fan, loves nature docs. Reasons I don't love Ash? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Shame. I reckon this Ash person's gonna be a history soon. You're gonna be sure, right?
The bad place. Alright. Are we looking at that again? Yeah. See, I would have thrown that away. Don't see a page in here. Doesn't mean there's not one. Alright. Oh, there's a door here now. Isn't there a window here? I don't know why I think that, but I do. Oh.
I understand what I'm seeing is supposed to be water, but does it resemble real water? No, it does not.
A bad
CJ
person.
water, you know, it's tricky. Any ideas how to stop the tap running?
Gonna guess.
Comics and water do not mix. Who would do that?
Wow. haven't seen this picture yet, so let's take a good look at it. Okay, there's nothing else in there. Oops. Okay.
That post on the wall. What's going on? It's a
Yeah.
nice poster, but yeah, there's a bit missing.
There is. Oh, I see. Red, green. It's gonna be the Simon Says thing. Okay.
Oh, I see you're gonna put your
Safe
feet up
place.
again. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Let's go see. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, Keiru. You've done fantastically. I'm so proud of you. One more challenge. You know the pattern now. You know what to do. You've got this. We've come full circle. Every day. This is just your everyday. Yeah. Toast to victory. Get those documentaries. Move forward. Toast to victory. Okay. I think we could go now. I think that's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel a bit left out when you go in there, wherever that is. I hope that doesn't sound too needy.
Alright, so we're gonna try doing toast again? I'm not sure. No, it doesn't look like it. We're just still looking for the pieces of paper. Oh,
There's a note. What does it say? I hate it when people put those little hearts on notes. So soppy. Who is this Ash? Her partner? Yeah, not sure about all those heart things. That's a bit much.
Well, we know who Ash is now because we read the other note. So you said, oh yeah, July 12th, 2024. Alright, not really sure where the other pieces might be. We read that note. Yep, that's from Mom. Maybe. Nope. That's a no-go. Need to unlock stuff, so... Did the bathroom. We went in there. Maybe it's just this. No, not yet. Red, green. We don't have the other piece of that yet. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. It just isn't going to activate until we have the code, I guess. Maybe. Oh.
Oh, this is wild. I like this. Oh, the walls are cracking. Ah, it's a quake! Ah, everyone get covered!
There we go. There's our piece. We need one more. I want to check this real good, though. Can't imagine feeling that way. One more. It's got to be in the kitchen. mean, does it have to be? No. Oh, here we go. There's our piece. Okay.
That was pretty fun. I like that. A flood, a quake, and spooky monsters. What would we call them? Creepy monsters? Nah, that's kind of too Minecraft, and I don't want to be sued, so... Fear monsters? After quakes and floods, it's time for another sit down. Let's see what's going on with these films.
Okay, let's see what we got. This is the stuff that I find very, I mean, not that any other part of this is any different than another, but this stuff.
It seems like Luna's putting her pin in her finger and doing it in a certain order and twisting it around as kind of a compulsion and something she has to do in a certain order, which I can relate to because when I'm doing compulsions, it often feels like I need to do this part first, then that part, I need to ask this, and if they don't reply that, I need to ask this, or I need to move this in a certain way. And that sense of trying to do things in a certain order can make you feel like your anxiety is going to be reduced. And then if you don't get to do it in that order, it feels like you need to start everything again, which is why for so many people, OCD is so time-consuming.
I was only diagnosed with OCD when I was around 16, but I can think back now to being 7 or 8 years old and probably showing symptoms of OCD which I kept very hidden, which a lot of people with the condition do because of the fear of the embarrassment or shame around it. I can remember certain rituals that I did when I was around 7 or 8, which revolved around, I guess, seemingly innocuous things like the microwave being on and having to do a certain dance or a certain tapping ritual before the microwave finished, or eating food in a certain order and counting and thinking that something bad would happen if I didn't do that.
So if children are kind of presenting with OCD symptoms, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go on to have chronic OCD. For many children, it's just a passing phase of doing rituals, and that's pretty normal to grow out of that. Also, though, however, children are often worried about disclosing the thoughts too, and they might not always be that great at being able to articulate what the thoughts are. So you probably tend to notice it more in their behaviors. So tapping things, touching them, blinking, lining up toys at night. These are some of the rituals that you might see much more in childhood than in adolescence or adulthood.
It's shocking. I mean, sometimes people wait 17 years. There is data showing that people might be getting help when they're in the late 20s or mid-20s or something. For some of these people, they've had OCD since they were children.
Can't imagine. Like having something wrong like this. I mean, not that all of it's wrong, but I think when it becomes compulsive, you can't help it, can't stop it. Because we all do little things to avoid bad things. But I think when it becomes to this extent, I can't imagine like sitting and not being like, hey doc, something's going on and it's not right. Like I just feel my heart breaks. It just breaks. Pink elephant
paradox to me is the idea of your brain almost involuntarily does things without you even realizing. So for example, when people hear don't think about a pink elephant, the first thing that pops into your head is a pink elephant. And that's one of the best ways to describe OCD. You tell somebody to stop thinking about a certain kind of thought, but if the thought worries you and the thought is alarming, it's going to keep being thrown at you. Your brain will make those decisions, those pathways stronger and stronger.
The pink elephant paradox, it's almost like having an itch and someone telling you not to scratch the itch, and now you're just focusing on scratching the itch.
So is it like habit forming that goes into overdrive? I'm so curious about all of it.
I just got to a point where I was in a room and I just couldn't get out. Everything was too scary. Going to make a drink was too scary. Going to eat was too scary. Going to do anything was just a nightmare.
Sometimes, I mean, it will take hours out of my day, and then there's some sort of recuperative period that will also take hours. I mean, even yesterday
This is
I
the guy
had
that wrote
some
the
trouble
comic
where
book
it pretty much ate up my entire
that all
morning,
this
and then
is from.
after
They decided to turn it
feeling
into a game
some relief or release from it, through
or
medication
a
or other
video
mechanisms, then there's
game experience, I
the
guess we'll
recovery
say.
period where I just feel very internal and quiet, and then the whole day's gone.
Physically, OCD feels just completely overwhelming of your entire body. It consumes everything. Your brain is on a 24/7 repeat of itself, just going over the same thing over and over and over again, trying to get out of this impossible maze. It just becomes completely debilitating. You can't think about anything else. But I also don't, it's never stopped me from going out or anything. I'm a very extroverted person, so I like to go out with my friends, and that still is just a distraction. But even when I was with those friends in a dark, really dark spot, not listening to a word they're saying, I'm just getting as drunk as I can and trying to forget what I'm going through.
Over the years, I've built a
But to
kind
a
of
certain
toolbox
extent, I think
of
that
things
that's,
that can help me get out of it.
and
I
they've
think
said
that
it, is that
first
to a
and
certain
foremost
extent that's
is
normal.
distraction.
Oh no, this is horrifying. There's more than one of them. You might be cheap, but you are also nasty. Fear, Monza, frenzy.
Okay, so where's our light switch? I guess we have to go to the bedroom. Nope. Well, hallway? We get out that door? No. Okay, we're going here. I think that's what we're doing. Interesting. I would have thought there would have been a new switch on the wall. You're safe here. They can't get you. Okay. But only you can get rid of them. Okay. The new poster is very colorful. Ah, new poster. Okay. It helps bring a lot of order. Simon says so. There we go. Okay. Yep, that's me. I do okay. So, red, green, yellow, green, blue. Red, green, yellow, green, blue. Am I doing it right? Wait. Red, green. Nope. Missed a color. Right? Red, green, blue. Yellow, green, blue. Got it.
Oh yes, that is more like
Okay.
it. Yeah.
My bad.
This is fun. Look, I'm not the greatest dancer, but it's the effort that counts, right? The no stepping on my toes.
What in the hell? So, our safe chair is now inaccessible. Which is very interesting.
Right, we better go and check if the door is open. We can get out of here and go clubbing for real, buddy.
Nope. Okay, so can we go The door through the kitchen took us out to here before, so I'm just gonna try it. Okay.
How many times have we been around now? 3 times? Okay, we must be close to the end. If we lose... What? We're back here again.
Okay.
We have to get out of here. I feel so tired of this now. I just want it to stop. Okay. What is going on? Is this a joke? Just as I thought I wanted to leave, you make it look fun? Oh, a 90s arcade. This is amazing. Okay, I'm back in the game. Okay, I know, I kind of switch. I'm like a light switch. Oh, that little elephant statue has changed again. I love it.
It did? Okay, so we're kind of getting like, it seems like all the feedback for the game, like at one time. Because I don't know. I don't see the pink elephant. Okay. Oh, it's not working now. Oh, are we having to do a whole game, maybe? Can't get out that door. Okay. Maybe it has something to do with the bedroom door. No, totally can't get in there. Okay. Insert a coin and start again. Can't play that game.
All this sitting down will not get us to the end of the game.
It will. Gosh, so interesting. Do you like what I've done with the place? No, I find it a little loud. The elephant no longer lives among us. Okay. It's part of another game you must play. Help the elephant with its quest. Hope you brought enough change. I'm glad you're sitting with me. It's comforting to have you by my side. Alright, let's go back. Alright, okay, nothing else. And the thing with the chicken is gone. Oh, there's one here.
What's this? A crow or is it
Snuck in
a
from the
raven?
thirst. I see an ember.
I mean, I don't want to worry you all, but crows symbolize death, danger,
Oh,
misfortune, and illness.
Oh, there's the... Is that the pink elephant? Where am I gonna get coins from? Oh,
Okay,
right here.
we got some money. Let's get this show on
Didn't
the
want
road.
any-
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't
It's
want
the
to
notebook.
contaminate
Let's see what
anyone
Hannah's
with all
thinking
of this
now.
badness inside of me.
I didn't want to
Oh.
contaminate anyone with all this badness inside of me. Oh, that's heavy.
All right. This is gonna be.
Woo! The comic pieces are in the game, and that's pretty fun. Come on.
So it's
Get
going
to
to
the
be
comic
like
piece.
Pac-Man, maybe? Yeah.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Success.
Like
They're back.
that.
Quick. Let's get the comic pieces in place and go watch the films.
Okay. Shouldn't we do the Simon Says thing, though? All right. Let's do it.
When Chris first sent the script for that story and chunk of that page, it's like, wow, that is some word balloon. I don't think I ever edited a story that had so much dialogue in one balloon, but it was perfect.
When Luna's in the car talking to Verna and finally just says all the things that run through her head, to me, that was a scene where I wanted to show how overwhelming that really would be to someone who's not suffering from something like this. Like if someone were to say, which they often do to people suffering from something like this, like, just tell me what's wrong, or it can't be that bad, or what is it? And you really were to take the cap off and open up and tell them everything, it would completely overwhelm them and maybe drive them away, which I think is where the shame element comes from when it comes to this type of OCD or OCD in general.
I think that, when you find,
I'm sure
when someone finds a therapist, they can really understand,
downgrading
can
it, but I'm
hold
sure
that
it's
space
worse.
for them,
But I
and they
think that
feel
we all
safe.
go through those
they can
times.
finally, say
And I
these
think
things
that we
out
have
loud,
to,
which
it's
might
an
be the first
educational
time
process,
they have
maybe
ever
to
done
learn
that.
how
and I
to
think, that's represented
be able to turn it
in
off.
that
I'm not
speech bubble
sure.
where she's kind of letting everything out and kind of telling someone, probably for the first time, what's been terrorizing her in her mind.
So at the point when my OCD was at its worst, which was around the time when I was at university, so from age 19 to 22, I became completely housebound because of OCD. I had lost all sense of my independence. I completely relied on others 24/7. My friends were essentially carers at the time because I couldn't do anything without the reassurance from others. And it reached the point where it was easier to just stay in the house, often just stay in bed for days on end, because the fear of confronting OCD and getting out of bed, it took too many hours.
Hot damn. All right. How do you treat it?
It was only at a point during university where I started to see the severe impact that my mental health was having on my family and on those closest to me, where I thought, okay, well, I need to do something for them, because I'm not just wasting my life now, I'm starting to really impact on my loved ones. And that's when I went for a course of cognitive behavioural therapy with exposure and response prevention. That was the course where I really absolutely gave it my all. I threw myself in at the deep end. I did the scariest, to me, exposures.
CBT is cognitive behavior therapy, and it's the type of therapy that we offer at our clinic. And the reason that we offer it is it's an evidence-based treatment, so it's been proved to work, and we know really clearly it works really well with OCD, and we're going to help a significant proportion of people using it. ERP is exposure with response prevention, and it's really the active ingredient in it, so it's about helping people to face their fears. The best way to get around an anxiety is to face the thing that you're afraid of. So if they're worried about contamination, we might be encouraging them to start to sort of touch more surfaces and discover that nothing bad happens to them or people around them.
So you can also empower parents who have young children. So when I say young children, 5 to 12-year-olds, you can actually teach them the techniques, and they can apply them at home and help the child to overcome OCD. So we also need to be kind of creative in how we do these treatments.
Hmm. All right. Next page. Driving. Yeah.
I was very, very lucky to get referred for CBT with the NHS, and I had 18 months really intense therapy, and I came out and was really well. I thought, wow, I'm cured. Whatever that was, everything's all good. And then a couple of years later, my mum's brain tumor came back. And I had a really big relapse. So unfortunately, she died. And I think it was a mix of grief and OCD. I took a job at Marks and Spencer's, and I took it in the store operations. He said, "Do you want to be a customer assistant, or would you like to be store operations?" And I was like trying to play it cool, trying to be really well, you know, which is kind of more fun. And she said, well, store operations is really hard. You're involved with a lot of the health and safety of the building, you know, locking up at night, checking the ovens are off, all sorts, make sure the fridges and freezers at the right temperatures. And I was like, oh, and she said, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And it was that one sentence she said, the part of me that knows that I'm here for something more was like, yes, I'll do store operations. The part of me with OCD was like, oh dear God, what have you done? So there was a fantastic therapist called Dr. Reed Wilson, and he's based in the States. And I'd read his book, Stopping the Noise in Your Head. And long story short, I contacted him, and we basically use Marks and Spencer's as a training ground. He looks at OCD as a game that you can win, but you need to know what its tricks are. You need to know kind of how to play the game, and how to kind of outsmart it. In my head, it's like this self-talk and kind of leaning into that fear. And I use that with all sorts,
Hey, bad
with
boy.
learning
Hey,
to lock
John.
up on a night, learning to look after the fridges and freezers every time they went off temperature. And I got really, really well, very functional, and could lock the store up by myself.
There's a line from a Nick Cave song that I really like where he talks about, I leapt into the abyss to find it only came up to my knees. And that's what you're trying to do in therapy, is to get people to sort of face their fears and find out that the thing they're afraid of isn't actually going to happen.
That was so interesting. So much stuff I didn't know. Oh, I'm so over these creatures. We need to get rid of them for good. Face your fear. Face your fear monsters. Oh, well, we can't do that if they don't have eyes.
How do we give them eyes? Okay, so we can't do that yet. Can't use that door here. Mom, I'm worried about you. Please answer my calls. Hang on, we can open the drawer again.
Oh,
Eyes.
I love googly eyes. They're so useful for so many things. Okay, so what do we do with these?
You're getting googly eyes. Goodbye.
That was hard, but I think they're gone.
Okay. Something unlocked, so... Is that just Mom? Okay.
We did it! Yeah! This must be it. We faced our fears. We're
Is it?
finally getting out of here. We did it! Yeah!
Nope.
What is this cold, dark place? What did we do wrong? We're trying so hard. Try flicking the switches or tidying some messes.
So that's where it
Okay,
comes
that's unusual. A phone box in the room? Let's just keep focused. Okay. It's got
Cannot
Hannah's
see
name
me.
on
I
the
don't want
jumper.
to show my face.
She's knitted
Still
it with
warmth
no
of
face.
love glows.
Hannah, perhaps you are a bad person after all. Perhaps she's the evil here.
Yes, I have. It's interesting, right? every aspect of this just has me like very well done.
Oh, I do love that elephant. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Can't ignore the pink elephant in the room, is what they're trying to say.
Ignore the phone box. It's not going to help us. The switch thing works, doesn't it?
But we don't have a switch in here. Yeah, we can't get to that one. I'm going in here. Guess we can't do anything there yet. Thanks for watching this. I'm surprised that you guys are watching.
Hold on. What is that? There's a tape across the door. We're stuck in the room. It's probably for the best. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Going out, seeing people, that's so 2019. Let's just stay in here, or at least in the flat, and we can make toast. What's that? Did you just see it fly under the door? It's a card. What does it say? Oh man, Ash is such a loser. Look at those heart symbols, so lame. And what are those other weird symbols? I don't think Hannah loves Ash. I'm saying it, I've called it. She needs to ditch them, right? I know what. Let's call up Ash and ditch them. Or text them. So you don't have to talk. Yeah, or just ignore them. There's nothing wrong with ghosting from time to time, but let's flick some switches first, right? What should we do with the scissors? Let's get out of here and dump Ash. Yes, let's dump their ass. We don't need them.
Okay.
It's a letter. What's it saying? Congratulations. You're going to be exhibiting at Thought Bubble Comic Convention.
Comic-Con.
Your artist application has been successful. We cannot wait to see you in November. Your biggest fans, Team Thought Bubble. I mean, that's nice, but I don't think she should go. There's another card. Let's check this out. So, we need to keep that person safe.
She's not answering the door.
If they come in here, they get hurt by the monsters. You see those symbols? Ignore them. They won't help. So, if Banya knocks on the door, we'll ignore them, but flick some switches to make sure they're safe, right? Okay, cool. We've got this. Come on, let's ditch Ash, then we can just go to bed and sleep. Or put the disco music on?
It's interesting that we are, getting all these notes. 2-1. So, okay, so the notes are maybe giving us a phone number. Maybe. Call the helpline. 36921. Alright. There's another note over here. You need to know I'm not going to lose you. I'm going to pick you up tomorrow to take you to see the doctor. 2 weeks off to stay with you. Good job, Mom. About time. Okay, we've looked at all that. We can't open any doors. Maybe the hallway. Can we go back? No, we can't go back in the hallway. Yeah, I'm thinking. Did we do this? Yes, we did that already. Take a good look around. This. Nope. Alright. I'm guessing it's going to be the chair again. I'm thinking that that's what I have to do. Let's put this note that we have, though, in there. And just make sure that that's not...
I think it looks like Hannah is a bad person.
There we go.
She is the enemy. This is such a clever game. We thought that she was a hero, but she's the enemy. Okay, now I get it. Let's ditch Ash to save them from Hannah. And flick the switches so we're all safe from Hannah. Cool.
369 321.
I know it might not feel like this right now, but there are treatments that are effective for OCD. You can get better. This doesn't have to be a life sentence. OCD thoughts can be utterly overwhelming, and it can feel like you have no space in your head for anything else. But there are treatments that work, and people who can help you recover. I understand that these thoughts might make you feel like you're a bad person, but you don't choose those thoughts. They're part of your OCD and they're not part of you. These thoughts aren't your fault, and you deserve support to help you recover.
Okay. Alright, so we got that, but I want to do this one. 369. Can we do that?
I'm sorry, the number you dialed is no longer in operation. Please dial the new number. Repeat, please dial the new number.
Okay, so that's the new helpline. Alright.
That's enough of that now. I do not want to listen to that anymore. Oh, wow. I like that the colours come back. It's, less creepy.
Oh, we got everything back. Interesting. Okay. We have 4 information things to do here. So here we go.
When Luna talks about the intrusions becoming whispers, that's exactly what we kind of, would expect within OCD treatment. So the aim is never to get rid of the intrusive thoughts at all. It's to change the meaning that we attach to them and the interpretation of those thoughts.
Yeah.
And once we do that, those thoughts can be there, they can be in the background, and naturally over time, that paradox occurs where they do just become a whisper.
The comfort zone is a huge lie by OCD, that you've somehow been convinced that you're comfortable because you're feeling anxiety. It doesn't make much sense to me. Surely, I think there's that saying, life begins outside of your comfort zone, and that applies to everything.
The other thing about rituals is that they're often fake friends. So they promise people, if you do this ritual, I will make you more comfortable, or I will make you more safe. And actually, they don't do that at all. They just maintain the sense of threat.
Right,
so they promise
searching.
a lot and deliver very little. It's a fake kind of comfort, really.
Time to fly, so she's going to get better. Yep, very cool.
So the one thing we shouldn't do is put a split in services, and particularly my own profession of psychiatry, we put a split at the age of 18. So if you first develop your OCD at the age of 16, even if you get a diagnosis, you'll be picked up for 2 years by a child and adolescent mental health service. And then it's a rather chancy affair as to whether you'll be picked up seamlessly by an adult service.
How do we deal with such a debilitating disorder? And I think key is having initiatives
everywhere, though.
to increase awareness.
Ball
I think
gets
in
dropped.
schools, when I was a kid, I never knew what it was. I was 8 years old and I was touching door frames every night. I was turning lights on and off like a disco in my house.
For me, the most important thing for people with OCD now would be timely access to good quality treatment.
We also need to make sure we train enough professionals in offering these treatments, because at the moment the problem is that up to 50 or 70% of people that get referred to treatment get the wrong treatment, and that's due to lack of training among mental health professionals, because there are very few people that are properly trained in treating OCD using cognitive behavior therapy.
It's with anything, buddy. Anything. Medical community does not offer the best. Doesn't. It just doesn't. Okay. 2 more. Okay. Can you fly free?
One of the really rewarding things about working in this area is that on a daily basis we see people getting significantly better or completely better, and it's entirely possible to do. We've got some really great treatments. The therapy works really, really well, and if you put effort into it and really push yourself, you can make huge progress with this.
Really,
Luna
Ricky?
is obsessed
Yeah.
with the flying woman because she recognizes
seemed like as a weakness or
freedom in
something
what this
instead
person
of-
is doing, and a liberation in what this person is doing. And if there's anything that Luna is dying for at the start of the story, it's freedom and liberation. Obviously, it's from her own mind, and she soon discovers that the flying woman is looking for the exact same thing. That for some reason flying has stuck in her craw as a possible answer to her own mental struggles. And there is something just so kind of iconically and symbolically liberating and freeing about flight, right? It's how we look to birds and how we use airplanes and all of these things, and Superman and all of these kind
Ricky,
of comic
I think
book
that a lot of the U.S.
things that we've
a
seen
lot of the
in
world is
iconography.
like that too. I mean, we're
It
talking,
speaks
we're
to
starting
an
to talk
ability
about
to
it, but it's not
be
enough.
free from
It's
the
not
shackles
enough.
of gravity and reality in a way.
And for Luna to be able to take that leap, both metaphorically and literally, is a huge moment for her. And the joy and the exhilaration that she feels when she can experience that is a beautiful thing.
Okay. I have a feeling that this is going to be the we're coming up on the end here, but advice would you give to someone with OCD?
The biggest bit of advice that
I
I
could
would
be
give
wrong.
to somebody
I do not know how long
experiencing
this is.
OCD or somebody who thinks they might have OCD, I think just speaking about it and finding people who understand and who don't react in the way that you think they're going to react to any intrusive thought you might tell them can genuinely be life-changing.
Best piece of advice I can give to someone with OCD is that OCD, like anxiety, is a wave. It goes up, but it has to come down. So ride out the hardest part of it, even as tough as it is, because it does come down, and the more you work on your recovery, those waves get smaller and smaller, and recovery is inevitable at the end of it if you put the work in and look after yourself.
When you get the right and proper help and you surround yourself by the people that love and care about you, you can rebuild yourself. And one thing I've had to learn to realize is that I'm not going to wake up one day and suddenly be happy. That's not how happiness works. Happiness is a skill I've had to work on.
I feel like over time I've been able to navigate through it. And it's just a case of giving yourself compassion and just making space for those uncomfortable feelings, because there is no end goal to be fully healed or resolved. I feel like that's a bit unrealistic. I think that's the beauty of life, kind of navigating through a journey.
What was that about destroying the comfort zone? Where is your comfort zone? It's Ash. Get rid of Ash and your mum and your friends. You don't need any of them. You will ruin their lives. The only way to keep them safe is to ignore them and keep them out of your life.
Look, the elephant is alive. Can't do anything to the elephant. So okay, that did not unlock.
Ah, yes.
Peanuts.
Okay. Peanuts. So we can eat those rather than the toast, I guess. Yeah?
No. Okay. So we're gonna go feed the elephant.
That's not good. Let's get back in the bedroom and have a sleep.
Okay. Get back in the bedroom and have a sleep. Is that what they just said? Let's go back to the bedroom and have a sleep. Can't get on the bed. Um... I don't feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I did something not correct. Okay, we read that before. That's not new. Still the thought, same paper. Well, maybe. Maybe. It kind of is the part of the loop that we've been going through. Makes sense. Hi again, it's me, Hannah. It's so good to see you. Feeling more like myself, thanks to you. It's time to venture from this place of comfort. The tiger orchid. I thought she helped. Maybe she did, for a while. That's the one that talks to us while we're in the apartment. I don't know when that changed. But it was the elephant that has been with you all along. Oh, wow. So that's like our inner voice, I guess. And really, it's the one who is hungry. Feed them and set me free. Thank you, friend. Okay. That's it. All right, let's go back. Okay, I guess let's get some more peanuts. Oh, we have an eagle.
Look! Another bird, an eagle. I think we can put this in the bin.
I want one. Ember brightens. Walk in a line, not a loop, toward the bright sky. Okay. That's gonna be it. I'm sorry I'm looking down. I'm not trying to make anybody nauseous. It's just that that's what the game makes you do.
Let's keep focused and we can play something else soon. We can do it here. We don't have to leave.
Are we just gonna keep getting peanuts? I think we are. I think this is the OCD part.
Oh my god, we don't need to feed the elephant anymore.
So are we feeding something else? Are we feeding the toaster? No. We have anything else on the phone? Nope. Still the mom. Nope. Can't go that way. Maybe there's something. I think we still keep feeding the elephant. I think we ignore our inner voice. I'm sorry, I'm too close.
It's getting bigger. That's dangerous. What are you're destroying the comfy place. Stop it and get back to the switches. We know that works. Can you just stop that? Flick the switch. Dump ash. Tidy up that mess. Flick the switch. Dump ash. Tidy up that mess. Flick the switch. Dump ash. Tidy up that mess.
No. Oh, look.
That trapdoor is going to be, well, a trap. We need to stay away from trapdoors. Don't do...
We're not listening. We're not listening. Hey, Joseph.
Hey, Tiger Orchid. This is Hannah. Thank you for traveling with me. I know you've been trying to keep me safe, but I'm not listening to you anymore. This might not be goodbye forever. I may hear your voice again, but my voice will be louder from now on.
Nice.
You are now a whisper. Don't be scared. I'm going outside now. Mum, Ash, Ness, Banya, my comics, and my life. They're all waiting for me. Goodbye.
Damn straight. Wow. I'm sorry. Hang on. Hang on. Wow, that was loud. I'm gonna turn everything down now. Sorry.
Nothing
Oh
seems
my
to put
God.
you in the mood. Smoking.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Just wow. Um, I can't. I guess in the things. Um, Forget stuff that I can do. I would really love to show that. Let's see. That should be a little better for you guys. I apologize. Uh, my ears are bleeding. Um, yeah, really made you thoughtful. It was more like to help you learn about what people go through. There is a cartoon book. I have to work on my description a little bit. I'm going to put some links and stuff like that in there in case you watch this later and you want some more info about OCD. The game, it does appear to be available on Steam right now, um, or just maybe a version of it. I'm guessing this is a full game instead of a beta testing copy, which is what it said that they were sending me, because it sure seems like the full game. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting and educational. Um, just things that affect the mind like this always have a soft spot in me. I don't I, I don't know what the reasoning is, but it's always been very interesting to me. Um, how habits are created, how your natural instinct affects um, things going on in your body and in your mind. Especially since I was diagnosed with the CRPS, which is totally different than this. But they do believe that it does affect the fight or flight, and I am a victim of that, so I know what that feels like when that kicks in strong. But this was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much to Keymailer and the devs for sending me a copy of this. If you're interested in games like this, I also have a game. I think there's like maybe one or two more episodes to come out, or they might already all be out. Um, with very strong mental health themes. And if you're sensitive to those kind of things, please don't watch it. But if you are not sensitive to it, it's called The Shattering and it's on the channel. There are warnings on it. Um, you should not watch it if you're sensitive to mental health type things. And I do believe that that one should have warnings. Um, this was more interesting to me, but if you think you're affected by this, give me an hour or two for the video to upload. I will connect some links in the description if you need them. Thank you so much for watching this. I enjoyed the journey. Again, a million thanks to the devs for sending it out to me. Um, a really, really enjoyable experience. Extra material, credits, welcome. Like there's all kinds of stuff. But the links will be in the description. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.